Alrighty, we are about to play turn 2 and hopefully go on for a few turns here in this video. Not unexpectedly, our entire squad has hypothermia to start the game. And as you can see, each of them have this wonderful condition that says if you gain another hypothermia condition, flip this card instead. So definitely something that we need to worry about. I have no idea what happens when you flip hypothermia. I'm assuming it's not great. I don't know if there's a test or not, but definitely something that I need to address sooner rather than later. So I'm going to do the random first investigator. It's going to be Tommy to start this time. So Tommy is just going to stand up. His turn's easy because he's still in San Francisco. Who knows? Maybe he can get his investigation up or observation up even another point. We do need to get up to Greenland and do some of those Hyperborea encounters, so perhaps he can be the guy to do that. Silas is still on the clue. I hate just standing around and whatever, but I think we're going to, for this one turn, we're going to go ahead and get him a focus, and we're also going to rest. So, Silas, and then resting is important because I can perform the rest action and hopefully get rid of the hypothermia. We did not. There's no getting rid of hypothermia for Silas. Pretty uninteresting turn there. Sorry about that. And then Leo, same thing. He's on a gate. I think moving away. He's also on a gate in his element, which doesn't happen very often in this game because all of the gates spawn in cities for the most part. So, all right. So he's going to stay there. I think he'll do the same. He's going to rest. He did lose a whole lot of sanity. So as he rests, there's an opportunity. He did not lose his hypothermia. He does gain one of his sanity back, and he doesn't have any health to gain back. Alright, I need some better storage for those. So he rested, and then he could also gain a focus, or he could get an ally if there is one here. There's the cat burglar. He rested. Let's go ahead and try and get the cat burglar. So as his action, he's going to test influence, which is 2, but he gets an extra die in a wilderness space. Oh, he definitely got it. So not the most powerful ally ever, but figure might as well grab it. So Leo's got that cat burglar going for him. Now we have the delivery service. Not the best start in terms of items, in my opinion. That's okay. So very quick turn there. So here's encounter phase time. Tommy, once again, is in San Francisco. Here we go. Inspector Jack Mannion is looking for information about the Tongs in Chinatown. If you help him, he'll teach you the basics of police work and exchange. You may spend 1 clue to improve observation. As if he needs to be taught the basics. Psh, whatever. Alright. So that did not work. Oh well. Silas. Let's get that clue this time, shall we, Silas? Sea space. In your cabin, you're visited by a vision of the wizard Ux Lawden. He offers to help you help your cause in exchange for an undefined favor. You may gain a dark pact condition to gain this clue and 1 additional clue. Alright, decisions, am I right? I don't know, let's press our luck. Why not? Dark pact conditions are terrible, but I feel like gambling here. So give me a second, I'll get a dark pact condition. Alright, so you now has 2 clues and a dark pact condition. Woohoo! I'm sure that will come into play and not be super fun, but we're going to press our luck and try and win this game, dang it. So Leo is going to go ahead and go into the Amazon gate. He did do better this time. Well, he didn't have last time, actually. So in Las Carcosa, you grow frustrated walking through the empty streets, able to hear people talking and laughing nearby, but unable to catch up to them. You try to focus and distinguish specific words from the mingling conversations. Test observation. Well, that's 3, plus he gets an extra die. So 4 dice for Leo. Let's not fail this, please. I have no way to re-roll. Alright, we got that 5. That's important. We passed. Alright. The words you hear sound familiar to something you've read. You try to recall significance, test lore. Alright, so 3 dice this time. Again, no re-rolls possible here. Alright, I don't have anything I can do about that. You fail. The words insinuate themselves into every conversation you hear. Gain a paranoia condition. That's lovely. Not a good start. I do wonder, I may need to read the rules. I'm not going to do it now, but he's on a wilderness space, but are you on a space when you're in an otherworld encounter? I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, paranoia condition. I must find one. Hold on. Alright, I really don't feel like our investigators have done anything this turn at all. But this one the game gets interesting as we start getting more and more Mythos cards. We didn't close that gate, which is poor, but it is what it is. So, all 3 guys have had their turns. They were pretty worthless turns. So let's see what we've got from the Mythos standpoint. We are getting very happy Mythos cards, which you'd think would make me happy, but man, no. That more or less means that terribleness is on the way. So we're going to put the Omen track up. Reckoning, monster, we just have the 1. He's not doing anything. But everyone gets hypothermia condition unless he spends 1 focus. I am going to spend Silas's focus to not worry about his hypothermia this turn. But Tommy, let's flip it. Your body has become numb from the cold. It is difficult for you to move, and you cannot feel if you have been hurt. Lose 1 health and gain 1 injury condition. Then discard this card and gain a hypothermia condition. Okay. Lose 1 health and gain an injury, and you get another hypothermia. That's not cool. So I need to get an injury card and another hypothermia. Tommy's got a leg injury. He was injured, and he still has hypothermia. Interesting. So this is something we're going to need to take care of, because I feel like this is just going to slowly take care of our investigators and wipe them out, which is kind of cool thematically, just that the earth is so cold and we got to do something about it. I now have created my own hypothermia deck. I figure there's no reason to keep sorting through this monster deck for hypothermia conditions. So that's Tommy's, and then Leo also has to do his. Let's see what's going on there. The cold has shocked your system. That's a typo. It's got to be a typo. Anyway, the cold has shocked your system, temporarily rendering you blinded. In this empty white prison, you fear you will lose your mind. Lose 1 sanity and discard 1 sanity improvement token. Then discard and gain a hypothermia. And losing sanity equals not good, because he didn't have a whole lot anyway. I didn't have any improvement token, so I assume I'm not going to have to get rid of Tommy's. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So I will go ahead and reshuffle these together and be right back. Not looking good. All right, so that's the reckoning on the Ithaca. Now I have more conditions, unfortunately, because of the order of things. That's done on purpose. So this is going to be tough. Tommy's leg injury. Test strength. If you fail, flip this card. Yeah, he's going to overcome that leg injury easily. Silas. Let's not roll a 1. That'd be a bad start to this game. Okay, got a 6. Dark Pact, not activated. Paranoia, test will. Let's not fail this because I kind of need him to not die early on here. Oh man, we failed. There's nothing I can do. That's what I get for getting that stupid cat burglar. Holy crap. Alright, paranoia condition. You cannot tolerate the company of other people any longer. The seething masses of humanity are a blight on the face of the planet. If you are in a city space, the presence of other people erodes your reason. Lose 2 sanity, then flip this card. Whew. That would have taken care of Leo right off the bat, y'all. And I mean, again, I would advance Doom by 2, and then I would have had a new Investigator pop up here, but that would have been a brutal start to this game. So we now know that paranoia is what it is, which means that he needs to stay away from city spaces for the most part, or just pass his stupid will test. Alright, so all of that happened, and it is now time to spawn a gate in Arkham. So now there's Wilson over there, and we're about to get a monster, and there's a gate. Gotta take care of those. Gotta take care of those gates sooner rather than later here, or else we're gonna be chasing our tails. Another cultist. Boom. Okay. Spawn the gates. Now we get another blue Mythos card. Even with awesome Mythos cards, I don't feel like we're doing great. Focus? Alright. Once inside the lodge, your host invites you to follow him upstairs. Several members stare in astonishment. Outsiders are rarely granted such access. At the top of the stairs, you are ushered into a library filled with rare and exotic tomes. Now, he says, how can we help you? So, each investigator may do one of the following. Gain 1 clue, 1 asset, or 1 spell. That Silver Twilight Aid equals awesome. Okay. Well, I don't think any of them should get spells. We're not spellcasters. Right? And clues, meh. Not too concerned about clues. So, I am going to go ahead and just get random assets for them all. Alright, Tommy. King James Bible. Silas gets the Arcane Tome, which is kind of ironic. Which, I mean, I kind of did that fast. But you get 2 lower 1 resolving spell effects. So now I want him to have his spell. And Leo gets some dynamite. So Leo should be able to fight monsters up the wazoo. But we will have to wait and see if that occurs anytime soon. More or less, we're not making any progress. So, alright, well, thank you for the Silver Twilight Aid. Those assets weren't as great as I was hoping for. Yikes. Alright, turn 3 we go. We've got some rumors coming up. I know that for a fact. Looks like Silas is going to be first player this turn. Well, Silas at least got those clues. He paid a big price for it, though. Turn 3 we go. Silas. Lots going on up in that area of the world. So I think we're going to use his good old take one step and then take another action. So that's going to put him up on that C space. Get him closer to the action. I believe I can get to Arkham there. Yep, sure can. So I am thinking that this other action we could rest and try and get rid of the hypothermia, or get it to focus. Let's rest. Hypothermia equals no bueno. Let's get a focus. We're not going to have to worry about hypothermia for a little while, in theory. Again, I don't know for sure because of my house rule. We have the good old 2-2 or 0-2-2, but there may be a third yellow in stage 1. There may be one green as well. Alright, so that's what Silas is doing. Leo, just stuck in the Amazon doing nothing. I think I'm going to rest and use the cat burglar skill. So, hypothermia first. Rest. Oh wait, you can't recover health. I didn't read that before. I don't think that's mattered yet, because I haven't had any lost health on any of my investigators. Anyway, I'm resting. I do get sanity back, and the hypothermia is gone. So I get sanity back. It doesn't say anything about do not recover sanity. So resting worked. Alright, that's good. And then when you perform a rest action, roll 1 die on a 5 or 6, the paranoia condition would be gone. It is not. Okay. And then the cat burglar, we need a 5 or 6. Didn't get it. Alright. Well, it was worth a shot. So Leah's just staying there. We need to close those up. Now Tommy does have his observation up. I could send him to Arkham, but I think I'm going to have him go get Jim's stuff this turn, and then go back to Arkham, and then kind of help out with London the following turn. Okay, so let's go down. Well, first, Tommy's got 3 influence. Resting seems to be something I'll be doing a lot of, though. I'm going to rest. Once again, I cannot get health, but I can try and get rid of the hypothermia. I do not. I also can try and get rid of the leg injury, 5 or 6. I do not. And I don't get any sanity because he's already at maximum sanity. That didn't go well. That was the first, and then he's going to move down here to New Orleans. Go find Mr. Culver. Silas, let's have an adventure out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean there, or the Gulf of Mexico. He gets a random sea encounter. You discover a signal fire on a small island, but don't find any people. You search the beach for signs of life. Test observation. Alright, Silas, you got 4 dice because you're on sea space. Finding some signs of life. He did indeed. Okay, cool. If you pass, you spot a person hiding behind large stones. Gain 1 clue and 1 random ally from the deck. Alright, well, Silas has got clues going on up the wazoo. That's something. And 1 random ally from the deck. Let's see what we got here. Not a courier needed. No. I don't care. Oh, a lodge researcher. Okay. If you defeat a monster during a combat encounter, recover 1 sanity and gain 1 clue. Alright, so if you can kill some monsters, that would be great. Shuffle these back in. Alright, I'd call that a successful encounter there, guys. Leo, man, let's close that gate, please. Please, Leo. Don't lose any more sanity, crazy person. The Dreamlands. Put this down so I'm not shaking both the camera and the card. In the Cavern of Flame, the bearded priests Nasht and Kamanta warn you that it's too dangerous to continue. You insist that you possess the knowledge you need and are resolved to enter the Dreamlands. Sanity or will -1. Roll 1 additional die for each clue you have. I don't have any clues. I'm going to keep rolling those additional dice, so I get 3 dice. Got 2 6s. Alright. Sorry. After gaining access to the Dreamlands, you find yourself fighting moon beasts on a black galley sailing to the moon. Holy crap. Test strength. So I get 3. Excuse me. 3 strength, and I get 1 extra. And I actually get to reroll if I want as well. So 4 die. And we'll give him 5 because it's on a wilderness spot. The Dreamlands are a pretty nice place to be, especially when you're sailing to the moon on. There you go. Cool. We passed very successfully. So, if you pass, you steal their treasure and are able to barter with it. Close this gate. Alright. I am happy about that. We needed to definitely close that gate this turn. It's been a few turns sitting on the same space. I hate that. Amazon has been closed. So that's helpful. We're going to get down to red here shortly, so that's good. And the rookie cop is going to go ahead and try and get Jim's stuff. So, Mr. Culver, what do you got here, buddy? He's got a clue, he's got a spell, and an artifact. He went insane. So, at the cemetery's gate, you find Jim's old suitcase and hear wild and erratic music head. Gain all of his possessions. Summoning all your nerve, you walk toward the crowd of dancing cadavers that surround Jim. Test will. That doesn't sound fun. 3 dice. I don't have anything to help with this. The King James Bible helps during a combat encounter. Does not help here. Alright, go check out those strange things circling the cadaver. 1, 4, and a 5. Success. Cool. If you pass, you spend the night learning the secrets of the dead. Retreat doomed by 1. Right. You gets retreated by 1. Jim's card is going to go away. And I get all of his items. So, clue, shriveling spell, and a random artifact. Gates or Glass of Mortlan. Each 6 you roll when resolving spell effect counts as 2 successes. You may prevent the loss of 1 sanity when resolving spell effects. Wow. That would be awesome if I had any really good spellcasters. I don't, but Tommy can maybe use the help. I don't know. We'll see. And then he gets his clue as well. Alright, bye-bye, Jim. Thank you for your sacrifice. Is that it? I believe that's it. Yep. Okay. Let's do a Mythos card, shall we? We did get yet another yellow. That's unlucky. So I got 2 rumors coming the next 2 turns. Going to blue does advance doom by 1. Reckoning time. Monsters first. I don't have any monsters. We go to Ithaqua. I am going to use that focus to, again, not worry about it for Silas, but yeah. Leo is going to get 1. But before we do that, well, yeah, let's go ahead and give Leo 1. So, be right back. Leo now has his. And unfortunately, Tommy has to flip over his hypothermia condition. It's the same one he had before. Again, I'm shuffling them every single time because there's just 8 of them. So I'm shuffling every single time and rolling dice to see which one they get. So he loses 1 health and gains 1 injury condition. Sorry. Lose 1 health and gain 1 injury. Now, unless I pulled another leg injury, I have to take this injury card. So that's, yeah. Unfortunately, the next injury is a back injury, so he's going to get a back injury. So he's just injured up the wazoo here. That's not good. And that's all going to come to pass in Reckoning here in a second. Alright, so now he's got the leg injury, the back injury, and a new hypothermia condition. Woohoo! Not fun for Tommy, but that's what happens when we're playing against Ithaca. The world's cold. Alright, so now the tough thing about this is now that the Reckoning on Ithaca has happened, and I'm going to call him Ithaca from now on, by the way, I've decided. Ithaca, possibly, but not Ithaca. That's like an ancient, what, Roman city or something? Anyway, so let's start doing the Reckoning. Dark Pact is going to be first. So, I need to not roll a 1. I do not want Silas's... Ooh, alright, a 2. Not the 2, 6, 5, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't happen. Alright, next is the Paranoia. Test Will. And again, he's still in his wilderness space. So because of that, we are going to test Will with 4 dice. Woot. I don't see any successes. Oh man. I have no way to reroll. Nope. Great. Alright, so he failed. Flip it. We've already done this. So we're not in a city space. Let's stay away from city spaces with him. I need to remember that, so I'm not too concerned. That's good. And then finally, we've got lots of injuries here. Both of them are tests of strength. So he gets... I don't think he's got anything to help him with those strength tests. There's going to be 3 dice on both. Let's do the leg injury first. Oh, you know what? Yeah, never mind. For some reason I had this weird thought that Leo was blessed, but that was silly. Alright, so we're definitely okay with the leg injury. The back injury. Does the back injury get to him? Back injury does indeed get to him. I could reroll with that clue, but we're not going to. He's got 5 health. I'm hoping that we're okay. Here we go. The numbness in your fingers has returned, making it nearly impossible to manipulate objects, and you clumsily drop a valuable item beyond recovery. Discard 1 item possession, then flip this card. Well, luckily I have the King James Bible in addition to the carbine rifle. I do have this... Oh man, could I even possibly get rid of an artifact just like that? My team does not cast spells well. I don't know, that just seems like it's a really powerful weapon. King James Bible. I think we're going to get rid of the Bible, just in case. It just feels weird to get rid of an artifact so quickly. Alright. So that's it for Reckoning. That didn't take long. Alright. And then a new gate does indeed appear. Oh, we're in Sydney now. Ugh. Another red gate. what monster goes out to Sydney? Holy moly. We have cultists up the wazoo. What's the chance of this? I guess the Mountains of Madness does add more cultists, so I guess that makes sense. Whew. Alright, here we go. Sorry. Focus, please. There we go. Piece by piece, you are falling apart. It's getting harder to successfully negotiate simple human instructions. Your wounds won't stop bleeding and your hands won't stop shaking. I understand that. Alright, from bad to worse. Each investigator loses 1 health for each injury, 1 sanity for each madness, and 1 clue for each deal. That's not a very good one. So 1 health for each injury. That's just going to be Tommy losing 2 health. All right. 1 sanity for each madness. So Leo loses a sanity because of his paranoia condition. Okay, and then 1 clue for each deal, which is just going to be Silas losing 1 of his valuable clues there, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Okie dokie. 3 turns, 3 yellows. We've gotten 3 extra gates. The next 2 will for sure be blue. So again, just to reiterate again, I do shuffle up all of the greens and all of the yellows and pick 1 at random to add to stage 1. So we got 3 yellows in this case, not great. So that just, again, adds a little bit longer Mythos deck, and I don't have to worry about knowing exactly what's coming my way. Now I do know that 2 rumors are coming in the next 2 turns. So, all right, let's do our random first player roll. 6, so that's going to be Tommy. In case you don't get what I'm doing, I'm too much of a fan of random, but so I have, 1, 2 for Silas, 3, 4 for Leo, 5, 6 for Tommy, and I just randomly assigned the first player. All right, so Tommy's going to go first, and Tommy really needs to start helping with these gate situations here. All these cultists, it's kind of funny just to see 3 cultists out there. We also need to worry about the mystery, and we did include Tommy. We did improve Tommy's observations, so I think I'm going to have him do a stop in Arkham. But before I do that, he is going to either rest or gain a focus. Well, I know for a fact that Reckoning is not happening on the next 2 turns. So I wouldn't mind, before I head out to Arkham, could possibly get one of these, try and get one of these things. Delivery service, I don't feel I need to give anything to anybody at this juncture. Tear gas. Yeah, I mean, these items are not good, really. I mean, I'll use them. But anyway. Tommy. So, the cool thing is, I can have Tommy go to Arkham, and I can also have Leo go to Arkham. And Leo, because of Tommy's cool ability here, any other investigators on space may choose an encounter as if there are no monsters on the space. That's kind of cool. So I think I may do that, but I just need to figure out what I'm doing beforehand. I think I'm going to rest just because he's got all of these conditions. So we are going to rest. I cannot get health back. I can get sanity back, but he's at full sanity. So I'm going to get hopefully a 4, 5, or 6 here and let Tommy heal up. That's a 1. That doesn't do it. All right. Leg injury is gone. Holla. And the back injury. Can he get rid of that too? No. Well, he got rid of one of his injuries. Doesn't get to heal anything back because he still has hypothermia. Stinks. Alright, second action, he's moving into Arkham. And since he's first, they'll probably try and take care of the monster, then go into Arkham. And then Leo can go and maybe get that artifact from our other fallen friend, Wilson. Alright, Silas. So we've already talked about you. Could also try to rest it up. Thing is, he can move along a ship path and then do another action, so I'm definitely going to rest it up then. Alright, resting it up. He also is at full sanity, so I'm mostly just doing it to get rid of the hypothermia condition, but I haven't rolled very well at that. There's a 4. Alright, hypothermia gone. The resting made it worthwhile. And then I think he's going to do the move and gain a focus. All right, focus for Silas. It's quite a valuable skill, him more or less getting a third move. That's great. And then Leo is stuck here in the Amazon. And since we got 2 investigators up north, I'm thinking he maybe hangs out in Buenos Aires and then goes over to Sydney next turn. So I'm going to, do that. Have him go down to Buenos Aires. I kind of want to try and get another ally, but there's no allies, so I can't do that right now. Can do the cat burglar to get the puzzle box. Or I could rest and get a little sanity back, because he still is struggling with his sanity. So let's rest. Lots of resting in this game thus far, but against Ithaca, it kind of makes sense, right? All right, hypothermia is gone. That's good. And then the paranoia on a 5 or 6 discard. Cool. Paranoia also gone. All right, so Leo's looking pretty solid. He does gain 1 sanity back. So now 3 sanity. All right, so he's in Buenos Aires. I don't really care about getting ritual spells. I may have him just do a city encounter. All right, Mr. Muldoon, it is your turn to shine here, sir. Let's take care of this cultist. So Muldoon does get +5 during combat encounter, which makes him having the shielding spell even dumber, more or less. So let's look at the cultist again, shall we? No sanity loss, or no sanity check. If you lose health from the strength test, the cold chills you to the core, gain a hypothermia condition. So definitely don't want that to happen. That would again flip his card. So let's do this. He's got lots and lots of dice because it's strength, no modifiers. So boom. That means he gets 3 + 5, 8 dice. He needs 2 successes. One success, but 2 not to get hypothermia. Let's get this die out of the way. Oh, come on. Seriously, 1 success? Can I reroll it all? I mean, I could with the clue, but man, that's brutal. Would have expected 2 successes out of that. Well, the cultist is gone, so I guess that's a good thing, but good grief. Alright, I guess we gotta flip the hypothermia condition again. Lots of that going on in this game. The cold stings your skin, numbing your muscles. Lose 1 health and discard 1 improvement token. Then discard this card and get a new hypothermia condition. Tommy. He started with 7 health. He's now got 2. Alright, then we got to gain a hypothermia condition. Shuffle these up for un momento. Alright, now we've got 8 of them, so I'm going to roll a 20-sider to see which one we get. I've been doing this off camera, but hey, I don't really want to turn it off, so 2. This is his new hypothermia condition. I didn't see the back right there, I promise. Okay, cool. Man, with Ithaca, I kind of hope that there's more hypothermia conditions coming out. That's 8 isn't enough. Okay, that was Tommy's first encounter, so the cultist gone. Throw that back. And I think because he has the plus observation, so he's going to be the one going into the gate. So let's see what he's got. The Great Hall of Seleno. The book you're reading describes complex rituals in very abstract terms. You do your best to comprehend the dense material. With 2 dice. Whew. All right. Good reading, Tommy. You gradually begin to see a pattern emerge. Gain 1 spell. Well, the game is wanting Tommy to be a spellcaster, apparently, getting that artifact and everything else. So, from the bottom of the pile, he gets Storm of Spirits. I don't think I've ever seen this one. So that's kind of fun. Not like Tommy's going to be casting it, but when resolving a combat encounter, you may resolve a lore test in place of the strength test, testing the same test modifier. Okay. That doesn't make any sense for Tommy. Or really any of my investigators at this juncture. Leo's got his Hired Muscle and Spirit Dagger. Silas, maybe, but man. Storm of Spirits. I'm sure there's some cool stuff on the back, but I don't see how I'm going to use that. Anyway, thank you for the spell, Great Hall of Seleno. After staring so long at the book, however, you've forgotten how to get back home. It must be an awesome, awesome book, that Storm of Spirits tome. You ask the others in the library for help, influence -1, because his influence has been negated by how long he's been looking at this book. Doesn't sound like Tommy to me, but it must be an awesome book. But hey, don't worry about it. He's Tommy Muldoon. He's suave. He's a cop. No issues at all. You pass, an alien creature comes to your aid. Close this gate. Glad I'm not delayed. All right, cool. So that gate is Vamos. Gone. Arkham is safe again. I know some people have tried to combine Eldritch Horror and Arkham Horror. Not to get on a rabbit trail, but I do feel there's things from both that I'd love to have. I'd love to have a little bit more monster movement, but I also would love to have a monster movement in this game and more monsters, I think I would like. But then on the flip side, Arkham Horror could sure use the thematic elements that the game adds for each ancient one. I like that quite a bit in this game. So anyway, that's very much an aside. I still like Arkham Horror better, but this game's pretty awesome itself. So Tommy, good job in Arkham. Good job sealing that gate. Silas is going to go ahead and try and get that other artifact. So let's go ahead and see what the almost dead or dead Wilson Richard has to offer. Wilson Richards, sorry. All right, the abandoned house is where Wilson was supposed to be. You see his belongings, but no sign of the man. Gain all of his possessions. About to give up, you hear a faint scraping coming from the walls. You tear down the planter and laugh as quickly as you can? I don't know. All right, test strength. Silas is 3. 3 dice. We're good. There's a 5. So we passed. If you pass, you pull him out, barely alive, and he tells you what he's discovered. Retreat doomed by 1. If you fail, you don't give him out of the time. But Regardless, Doom is retreated. So we're back to 12, which is almost where Ithaqua started. Ithaqua, whatever. All right, so the prelude is now over, but as a good reward for the prelude, we passed it. It more or less just helped the investigators quite a bit. So Silas gets the blunderbuss. When resolving a combat encounter, you may gain +2 strength. If you do, each 6 you roll during the test counts as 2 successes, and each 1 negates 1 success. That's that's kind of a fun weapon. And then I got a gate box. Investigators in space roll 1 additional die when resolving tests during otherworld encounters. If you close a gate, gain 1 clue. All right, so Silas either needs to give that to Tommy, our gate closer, or yeah, I mean, he can keep it himself. It's all good. All right, so that was a good experience for Mr. Silas. He had the strength to take on whatever is going on there with Wilson. And then finally, Leo is in Buenos Aires. I don't really care about him gaining ritual spells, so we're going to go ahead and just have him have a random city encounter. Oh, I forgot. Oh, his hypothermia is gone. Or whatever he had is gone, so I don't need to worry about the city. I'm going to try and get you more light here. All right. There we go. To find the city's legendary magic shop requires knowledge of the ley lines. Lore -1. Well, that's not good. Lore -1. You get lucky here. Got lucky. All right. If you pass, the owner will sell you only a single curio. Gain 1 random magical asset from the deck. So this is a new card. Cool. Magical asset from the deck. Moving through a random space would have been funny. That was the fail condition. We would have moved to a random space. All right. So that means that Leo is going to get a random magical asset. Well, you got an Elder Sign right off the bat. You can reroll 1 die when resolving a will test during a combat encounter. Reduce the horror of monsters you encounter by 1 to minimum of 1. Cool. Not quite as powerful as the Elder Sign in Arkham Horror, but hey, that works quite well. All right, Mythos time. Let's see what rumor we're dealing with here, guys. The first rumor, anyway. Growing Madness is going to be, so we get 2 clue tokens first. Get these a good shuffle. All right, 6, so right in the middle of America there. And 18, which is right here in the middle of the sea. That seems like a prime location for Silas, but he's kind of busy right now. Space 8 gets this rumor token. So 8 is going to be right there. Okay. And then it gets 4 Eldritch tokens. Let's grab those. I'm very organized, as you continue to see. All right. You dream of life as an insane wizard. Thousands of years in... trying to get rid of that light for you. Hold on. There we go. Thousands of years ago in Atlantis. You also dream of that same wizard still alive today on an uncharted island. Growing Madness. As an encounter, an investigator on Space 8 may attempt to find the Uncharted Isle. If he passes, he may spend clues equal to half the investigators to solve this rumor. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, each investigator loses 3 sanity. Alright, lead investigator is going to get madness conditions. That's not good. But we only need to spend 2 clues on Space 8. Well, I guess that's where Silas is going to go. He's got 2 clues. I mean, that's going to be ridiculously easy. So I can see why this is another blue easy Mythos card. We've been very fortunate. 3 of 4 Mythos cards have been easy. If there's any game I'm going to solve and win, it's got to be this one. Come on. I mean, I know I haven't made any progress on the mystery, but we're close. I do feel like Tommy will go up there this turn, and Leo will go down and take on that rumor, and then Tommy's going to take... Silas is going to take care of the rumor, Tommy's going to go up and take care of the mystery, and Mr. Leo has a gate to close and probably a clue to pick up along the way. So that's going to be it for this turn, and I hope you'll join me next time as we continue to fight Ithaca in this game of Eldritch Horror.